Well, we're still waiting on that patch from WWE 2K25. As you are watching this video, we could possibly be getting a patch 1.07 on April 4th. I've compiled a huge list of things that are just not working properly in WWE 2K25, as well as reaching out to the community to see what other problems they are encountering within the game as well. What's going on? I'm Jesse. Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Shoot. We're going to dive into every single thing that needs to be fixed for WWE 2K25, hopefully in patch 1.07. But first, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel go a long way, and it doesn't cost you a dime. At the time of recording this video, we are likely going to see patch 1.07 later on within the morning or even later on tonight. But at this point, I really couldn't tell you the exact time or date that this patch is dropping. We thought that this patch would drop last week, which tells me they are taking a little bit more time within patch 1.07. Earlier in the week, WWE Games announced that we are getting the new NXT titles, and I'm assuming this is coming with patch 1.07, as well as the Saturday night main event arena, which is definitely a welcomed addition to the game, helping keep this thing up to date as much as possible, as well as a sneak peek of the new Mattel figure, The Undertaker, coming for the players who got the Dead Man edition. So I'm hoping that this is not what's causing the patch to take so long to drop, because we got a lot of huge details that need addressed right away. Before we get anything else added into this game, we need to get some things that need to be working as well. When it comes to the universe mode, online creation suite is an absolute mess. Kicking things off of the universe mode, there are a ton of bugs that need addressed. Managers are a huge thing within the universe mode that we're having trouble deleting managers. We're also having trouble with managers when it comes to special guest referee. If you have a special guest referee, what I have run into is that when you pick the special guest referee, that referee will then duplicate into one of the superstars managers, and now you got him as a ref and you got him as a manager. It's a whole thing within universe mode that hopefully gets addressed. Checking notes, yeah, the Royal Rumble. Yeah, that's a big thing within the universe mode. You got people eliminating themselves, sliding out, and just taunting on the outside. Royal Rumble is going to carry you into WrestleMania. The winner of the Royal Rumble gets a main event title shot at WrestleMania, and if you can't complete the Royal Rumble within the universe mode, then you're probably not going to have that great of a WrestleMania. Sliders are another issue going into the universe mode. What we have found is that if you use the sliders within universe mode after you've already created the universe mode, none of these sliders are really responding. You're going to have some that are working okay, but for the most part, your AI sliders are not working the way that they should. You're going to have to delete your universe mode. You're going to have to go to play now, set all the sliders to what you need them to be, and then create a new universe mode. If you've already started your universe mode, this slider method will not work, unfortunately. So hopefully this is also addressed within the patch notes. Alt attires and custom matches within the universe mode are just completely broken. You can set an alt attire onto one of your superstars within the superstar menu in the universe mode. You can set that alternate attire as a default attire, and it will work during promos or even your first matches, but every now and then it does glitch out and it goes right back to the original attire. As far as custom matches are just not working at all. Like, you cannot get any of these custom matches to work within the universe mode. At least I'm having this issue on both PS5 and Xbox Series X. If you're not encountering this on old gen, then that's great. This could just be a fix for the current gen. But as of right now, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X can't get any of the custom matches to work, especially when it comes to the match tables or anything like that. As far as the regular gameplay goes, there's not too many things that need addressed as far as just the gameplay, but we are having trouble within special guest referee. You do not have an option to remove the referee meter. We added all these new types of special guest ref this year, but we can't do anything dirty whatsoever. We can't remove the ref meter. We can't play how we want. The ref meter definitely needs added within the gameplay this year. After patch 1.06, it seems that the AI has taken a dip just a tiny bit. Not too bad. It wasn't as bad as what we got in WWE 2K24, but I'd also like them to give the AI at least a little bit of a buff going into patch 1.07 and boost that AI back to what it was on day one of this game. Trading blows needs to be addressed. It doesn't matter if you mess with the sliders, if you turn the sliders all the way down, trading blows is going to happen from the AI right off the bat in these matches. It happens way too often. Got to the point to where I might actually just turn Trading Blows off, and I don't want to do that because I feel like it adds more dynamic to the matches. But if you're seeing it every single match, then I mean, how dynamic could it possibly be, right? Online, yeah, we're still having trouble with online. Online is working fine if you can get the matches to work. You're not lagging as much. There's little issues here and there, but for the most part, you're not lagging. The problem lies with you getting kicked out of multi-man matches. Multi-man matches really need to be addressed. This has been a problem since WWE 2K23, and it's completely killed the online community for the last 3 years. This has got to be figured out, guys. I don't know what it's going to take. There are certain triggers that happen that will cause you to be completely booted out of your online match. And some of those triggers are resiliency. Some of those triggers are removing the stuff on top of the announce table, setting up ladders, diving from ladders, even certain pinfalls, as well as an opponent leaving the match. Now, this could just be caused from randoms. Obviously, if you're playing with your friends, then you don't have to worry about anybody just exiting out of the match after they've been eliminated or something like that. But when it comes to playing with randoms, if somebody dips out of the match, chances are everybody's dipping out of this match. This has got to be addressed. Online is definitely a key component to these games, especially when keeping this game alive all throughout the year when you've got nothing else to do. If you're not playing My Faction, if you're not playing Universe Mode, sometimes online is the thing that keeps people playing this game. All right, bear with me because I am not a creator and I don't deal with the creation suite as much as I probably should within these games, but I did reach out to a few creators to see what they are encountering so I can get a list for each one of you. So the current CAW mode issues in WWE 2K25. You can't port tattoos, can't port from the CAW you're editing, can't remove renders, can't do wrapped boots / kick pads, island hairs altering skin textures and color, no opacity on facial hair or eyebrows, inability to stack 2D facial hairs, no shine option on hair, face mapping not consistent, face tattoos disappearing, not being able to add custom face paint so the paint can continue to rub off during the match like it used to. These are obviously huge issues when it comes to creators, and obviously the community, a big portion of the community, are gonna use community creations all throughout the year to keep their games up to date, whether you're downloading alternate attires, whether you're downloading new creations. This is a huge problem for the creators who can't use some of the tools that we used to have in WWE 2K24 to make these creations just tip top. I don't understand why we changed the creation suite to begin with, but a lot of these tools and a lot of these features have got to be addressed for WWE 2K25, and I'm really hoping that they can add some of this stuff. This comes from King Bruce over on Twitter, and he says, custom side plates for the mid-card titles. It's been 3 years and they still haven't done this yet. All the titles look absolutely flawless this year, but as soon as you add custom side plates to either the World or the WWE Undisputed Universal title, then the title kind of looks diminished. So I don't know if adding custom side plates to the mid-card titles would be a huge upgrade for us if they're having issues with the titles just diminishing and not looking as tip-top as they should. But if you're looking at the Intercontinental title in WWE 2K25 or the United States title, these titles look absolutely stunning, especially the tag team titles, the new tag titles that just got added in. A lot of these titles are absolutely flawless, but as soon as you add any side plates to the new world title or the WWE Undisputed title, these titles look kind of trash. And I've also brought something to the devs' attention earlier as soon as the game dropped, and that is there is no Bloodline Rules match online. The best match that you could possibly play in a WWE 2K game, and you can't even experience this online with your friends. This has got to get added later on in the year for online matches. Hopefully we can get online working and we can have this amazing match to play. This is only a 1v1, so I'm assuming this will work just fine because nobody's really having problems in 1v1 matches. It's really just in the multi-man matches. So hopefully they can add Bloodline Rules later on throughout the year and we can get Bloodline Rules online to play with friends. This comes from Man with a Mask on Twitter, and he says, in Universe Mode, my divisions keep resetting for some reason. So I haven't run into any division problems when it comes to the universe mode. But I have reset my universe mode a couple of times. I made it all the way into SummerSlam, had to reset it because my sliders weren't working, so I popped back in. Now I'm all the way back at SummerSlam again. I haven't had any issues with the divisions resetting, but if you have, let me know in the comments so we can get this issue resolved, or at least reported to the devs. This comes from Sean over on Twitter, and he says, no camera cuts and camera angles in AI versus AI matches, even with the options set to frequently in the presentation menu. So I have not ran too many AI versus AI matches. I am focused on a lot of player versus AI this year, and I noticed that the camera cuts are working flawlessly for that. So maybe I'll test it out for the AI versus AI and see if we can get those camera cuts working. Not sure if this was reported for Xbox Series X or even PlayStation 5, but let me know in the comments if you were also experiencing this issue. Ezra Valentine says, having no control over Rey Mysterio's mask, we should be able to switch his mask without unmasking him. There are so many Rey Mysterio masks in the Creation Suite, but we're stuck with the one his default attire has on. Yes, so you are not alone in reporting this as well, because there are a lot of Lucha fans out there, and for some reason we're not able to change Rey Mysterio's mask. This kind of has me worried for superstars like Penta coming in later on, and Dragon Lee if you wanted to change his mask or at least switch up the color scheme, something. It's kind of annoying that we've had so many Rey Mysterios in the past and we can't change the mask at all. So we've definitely got to add some sort of way to swap out the mask for Rey Mysterio. It's not going to mess with his likeness. You're not going to see him unmasked. They've got to have a way to do this, just like they did in previous games. Jake Mook says, my faction persona King Booker isn't usable in anything other than my faction. LOL. He's also missing his knees still, Jake. I don't know if you knew that, but the King Booker and a lot of these persona cards that have come from my faction have literally just been carried over from WWE 2K24. There are no differences to any of these, except you can now edit them. We're still waiting for patch 1.07, and when it arrives, we are going to cover it on this channel and dive into what they've actually fixed within patch 1.07, and hopefully a lot of these issues that I've pointed out are going to be fixed within this patch and not multiple patches down the road. But at the same time, this sounds like a lot. It's really not even as bad as 2K24 was. 2K24 was a damn nightmare. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy, guys.